Put your eyes back in your head.
I felt like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Yeah, boy. Boy, that boy good, huh? Yeah, that boy good. That boy good. Good morning, Vietnam. Yeah, y'all want to know nothing about that one. Y'all know nothing about that one. Good morning, Vietnam. Shout out to the great and late Robin Williams with that. Good morning, Vietnam. I just like saying that, y'all. So it's been an interesting couple of days. There have been a few people that has been really upset about how, you know, the Atlanta Falcons have conducted themselves in the last week or two. How many weeks or so? About the last month or so. Ups and downs, been a lot of positive, a lot of negatives. I just want to give out a shout out to one particular team. This is a team of people. And it's kind of random, but I don't do this often because these motherfuckers will run with it, and they'll say Mad Mike is getting soft, so I don't like doing it. That son of a bitch, Anthony, is one of the main ones who do it, and he know what I'm talking about. And no, he a son of a bitch. But I want to shout out to all the AFN crew, you know, all the affiliates who know, you know, we do a lot of shit that's behind the scenes. One of my favorite people, she know who she is. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna say it. She's a huge Georgia fan. Huge Georgia fan. Huge Falcon fan. She'd have no idea that I'm doing this right now. But she is currently, you know, dealing with an issue, a health issue. But I gotta say it because, like I said, she's one of my information. She helps not only Mad Mike Sports, Atlanta Falcons Nation, the Facebook group itself, and she's just been with me since the very beginning. Like I said, this my homie, this my homegirl. She know who she is, Sandra, and like I said, some of you probably follow her on Twitter, on Facebook, but like I said, she definitely needs that. And like I said, she's hopefully she gets back home for the holidays, but she is in the hospital. But I want to send a shout out to Sandra. Like I said, that's my homie. That's my girl. And you know, got to get her home for Christmas and, you know, spend time with the family and whatnot. So shout out to Sandra. You already know who he is, girl. All right. AFN, and like I said, everybody affiliated with AFN, man. The affiliates, the crew itself, Atlanta Falcons Nation, Mad Mike Sport, the Unholy Alliance, the heavy hitters, those in the chat, the DJs raising fucking hell, and fuck you, DJ, cause he always goddamn starting shit in the Discord. Noah, Rip. We got Cliff in that motherfucker. we got so many people that's in the Discord that help the Discord, the Atlanta Falcons Nation, Man Mike Sports Discord. So if you guys don't know about that, just let us know if you want to be a part of the Discord. All right, it ain't for soft motherfuckers. If you come in there and you gonna be in your feelings about shit, don't join the Discord because it get gangster in there. All right, but shout out to everybody that that'll help not only myself but Atlanta Falcons Nation, all the people that's at the playground, giving us an opportunity to really help put AFN out there as far as being more of a, the host of the red and black event that we definitely going to be doing again this year. Give back to everybody that support us, what we do over here. Like I said, shout out to Brown, Lando, all the motherfuckers out there. Y'all know who y'all are. Truth doing his thing, like 6-man K-Styles. Like I said, I appreciate everything y'all motherfuckers do. So with that being said, I want to get to this. I saw something interesting that I think, we should go over. So let me say this. I saw some interesting things. So this from Taryn Wack. She works for the Atlanta Falcons, and these are some notes, some stats that I think was very interesting. So the Falcons, what their win against the Giants, all right? So this is the largest, I don't know what the fuck that means, so forgive me. What the fuck is MOV mean? Since I think I know, but I'll just go there. But since margin of victory, I think that's what it means. Margin of victory since 2020. That's interesting in itself. But 8 wins is the most since 2017. That's interesting in itself. The first double pick 6 since 1983. That is insane. The first pick 6 since the double pick 6. All right, so we had 2 pick 6s in this game, and it's the first time the Falcons that have been done since 1983. Told you this is a defensive squad, bro. A lot of people don't know, but this is a defensive franchise. We just got to get better at that. But it's the game I've been playing since 5 years old. So that quote in itself comes from the guy that we all know and love as of right now. This is also a notable. This is something to be notable. Drake London needs 22 yards, and Darnell Mooney needs 45 yards to hit 1,000 receiving yards. All right, so we got 2 guys right now, Drake London and Darnell Mooney. Those guys are going to have 1,000. We already got Bijan Robinson at 1,000. So the Falcons' first duo to surpass 1,000-yard receiving in the same season since Julio Jones and Roddy White did it in 2012. So this Falcon team is really on, and they're doing some real good things. But I want to get to this. Got a video that I want to play real quick, and I'm gonna get into that. Go ahead. So, looking at that, man, that video clip right there, I think, when you look at this Atlanta Falcons team, man, one of the things I look at and, I try to take in consideration in regards to the franchise and what they are trying to accomplish, I think that is something that we really have to take seriously. We really got to take this seriously because this Atlanta Falcons team, man, they're trying to build a culture and a different type of culture. They're not out here bringing guys in here that don't fit the culture and what, the locker room, the type of guys that they're trying to build. And I think when you look at this, it's easy to say, all right, and I don't mean this as a shot to certain players, but I think when it comes down to the Atlanta Falcons, man, they're clearly trying to build something with these players that you have to fit the culture first and foremost. And we're talking about the culture, not in Atlanta, but the culture in that locker room, the culture of their organization. You have to be a man of strong faith and belief and moral ethics, all these types of things. So when you look at, guys like Kyle Pitts, you look at Michael Penix, Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, all these guys are men of a certain culture. A lot of guys are strong in their Christian faith and strong in their faith and strong in just being, just good men. So when I look at this again, I'm gonna play it again, and its credit goes out to the Atlanta Falcons for this clip. So when I see this for myself, man, one of the things for me personally, I think you look at Kirk Cousins, it's easy for any player. It's easy for everyone to look out for themselves. One of the things that, as just being a human man, just being a human being, is that a lot of people gonna feel like they're not getting the best out of every situation, or they being used, or they didn't. It's feelings and emotions could take over. It could take over and have you say certain things, do certain things that you shouldn't have done and shouldn't have said. A lot of ego and pride. I don't like when we talk about certain things, about how another man, another person likes to control, not so much control, but how they run their organization. It's easy to say as another man, say, well, I don't have to, abide by your rules. I don't work for you, or, I'm a grown ass man. I can make my own decisions without you. But it takes a real man. It takes a real man to bow down. I wouldn't say bow down, but to respect a man and how they run their organization and how he makes decisions. If that man decides that Kirk Cousins isn't the Atlanta Falcons quarterback, whether it's now, for the rest of the game, the rest of the year, it takes a real man to accept that, one, you're not the guy for them, to be the leader, to be that guy they want to lead a team a certain way. They brought you in, they thought you would be this way, or you would be that way. And it just didn't work out. And he could have easily, and someone could easily, just like, look, fuck you. I ain't got to do shit for you. I ain't got to do this for you, But to sit back and say, all right, this is the way. This is the way. And I just love how Kirk Cousins has responded to this situation. A guy that has made almost $300 million in his NFL career. $300 million in NFL career. Okay? This man could have easily had the biggest fucking ego and said, fuck this organization, to hell with Arthur Blank, to hell with Terry Fontenot, Raheem. But this man stood. He stood on this man. He stood on his word that he's going to be, the leader that this team wanted. So I just want to give a shout out. I want to give a sincere shout out to that guy, Kirk Cousins. This is what a true leader does. All right, he could have pulled a Mariota and left and said, "To hell with this organization. I'm not gonna teach Desmond Ridder. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna be there." He didn't up and leave in the middle of the night and left because he was no longer the starter. Kirk Cousins stood there, and he stood there, and he was on the sideline talking to Mike. What do you see? What are you doing with this? This man stood on his fucking word, man. He stood on his fucking word. He stood on his word, and he stood there like a man. Okay? He stood on that shit. So shout out to Kirk Cousins, man. Because like I said, he could have easily said, fuck this Atlanta Falcon team. He said he could have easily done that. He said, look, I'm third in the league, blah, 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 in passing. I don't deserve to get benched, all that. He could have said any of that. Kirk took his punishment like a man and sat there. And now he's making sure that this guy, Michael Penix, is ready. Okay? He's making sure that this guy is ready to be an absolute, stud in this league. He's going to do everything possible to make sure. And that's what I love, what I see from what Kirk Cousins, man. And like I said, man, it's just great to see. And that's what I love about what Kirk Cousins is doing, man. And like I said, he's the ultimate and consummate professional. This is why you pay guys the big money to do things like this. So shout out to Kirk Cousins for that, man. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. So I hope I got it. I hope I got it in this phone because, oh, man, I think I do. So we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. So it's going to be really interesting because I've gotten so many questions about what and who and what that I saw. How do you like this and how do you like that, man? What's about Michael Penix that you love? What about Michael Penix that you did not like? So, of course, I got a long list of things about what I've seen with Kirk Cousins. Not on Kirk Cousins, but Michael Penix. One, what I saw from this kid, man, there's a number of things. And like I said, I know I'm going to take a lot of heat for this. Raheem is already taking a lot of heat for this. And I'm going to stand on this. I'm going to stand on business because it's something that not only myself, but Coach talked about this also. But that interception, I'm just come out and say what that was not the right read for him. Okay, I hate to burst y'all bubbles like that, but that wasn't the right read for a quarterback in that position. All right, that wasn't the right read, and that's why Raheem came out and said he should have thrown it out of bounds because in that situation, when you have a tight end or any player, in that particular moment, when he's surrounded like that, in that moment, obviously they gave Michael Penix a certain amount of reads that he should make in that position. And oftentimes when you look at the quarterback, his job is to put it in that. We're talking about the red zone because the red zone is so many people, it's so many crowds and whatnot. And so many people in the crowd. It's so many people in a short area. And as a quarterback, when you are in the red zone, okay? Listen, I know people already don't say it. Yeah, man, fuck Pierce and all this. But as a quarterback, your job is to take care of the football. Don't turn the ball over, okay? Don't take risk. Those are the things when you talk about in the red zone, what you're supposed to do. Their number one job is to don't take risks. Don't turn the ball over. Okay? And I know this is a lot of fans are really getting on Kyle Pitts for dropping that pass. But that in that situation, as a quarterback, your job is to not take risks. That was a risky throw. Okay? It's a risky throw. It shouldn't have been done. If you throw that, it's about. That's why you see quarterbacks in the NFL now. What do you see them do? A lot of quarterbacks do one thing. They do two things when they're in them. Three things if you have that ability. But they do two things. One, they throw to the sideline, they throw to the sideline where only the receiver could get it. They throw to the back pylon up high where the guy either going to go up and get it and he can get out of bounds or he runs. Those are the things. So when you see that, when you get in the red zone, that's why oftentimes you see Kirk Cousins kept throwing the ball back in the end zone, sideline of the side end zone. That's what you're supposed to. If a guy's wide open in the middle, then you make that read. But Michael Penix, what he did in that situation, he threw it in a crowd. Okay? Because two things could have happened in that situation. What happened? He could have dropped it and it went into somebody's hands because everybody's in a small compound space, or he's gonna catch it and immediately somebody's hand is gonna hit it, and that's exactly what happened in that situation. Well, no, not that situation, but this situation, Kyle Pitts dropped the ball and the guy was right there to pick it up and end up getting an interception with a drop. Now, Kyle Pitts should have dropped. He shouldn't have dropped it. He should have caught the ball. But in that situation, being it's such a small compound, a small space, it's more of a risk. The percentages of that turning the ball over after a drop pass is much higher. So as a quarterback, you do not put that in that situation. So, yeah, that's what I mean, Blackbeard. Like that ball has to break. For one, it got to break the goal line. All right, you can't do that. That's a bad read on top of that, and that's what you mean. That's a bad read. That you don't make that throw with 16 seconds on the clock. That's a bad throw and it's a bad read. Period. Point blank. So many things can go wrong. If the only way that you make that, if this guy's wide open. Pitts wasn't wide open. Okay? He wasn't wide open. So when we talk about quarterback position, a lot of times it's not always on the quarterback and it's not always on the player. You got to read the situation. So when it all comes down to it, so many things can go wrong. That goes into time management when you talk about Michael Penix in that situation. You got 16 seconds. You got to, for one, let's say if the Falcons didn't even get, they don't have timeouts. You got 16 seconds and you make that read, and then, you got a guy run around for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, for whatever reason, something happens, and then you got to run and rush the field goal special teams unit on. Well, that's a mistake. Bad read. You see what I'm saying? So these are young. This is a situation when you look at it on the spot. Yes, Kyle Pitts shouldn't have dropped it. Make no excuses about that. But as a quarterback, you can't make that. You cannot make that read. You got to throw that ball away. So this is a situation when you talk about young quarterbacks that you have to. You got to give him grace and time and experience. He's going to get better. He's going to get better. But like I said, that's one thing that I saw from Penix that I thought, in time, he's going to get that. Also, one of the things, too, I think one of the biggest things when I look at Michael Penix that for me, that I had a major concern with was his footwork. I thought again when you got the RPO, man, I just don't like RPO because it just leads to too many fundamental bad habits for me. And this is why you see a lot of young quarterbacks. They have a major issue because they're always throwing on the run, and their footwork is just not the footwork for the young quarterbacks like that. It's just bad. So I don't like the RPO for that because it leads to bad habits, and that's what I saw with Penix and at Washington in college, and then it kind of transferred a little bit in certain situations. But I love that his improvement with his footwork. I saw a massive improvement in his footwork, and that's something that Moose Johnson said on a I don't know if I released it, but I love what I saw from this kid under pressure. This is where this is where quarterbacks make their money. When they're under pressure and they can stand in there with good footwork and deliver the pass with confidence and get hit, because he got hit a few times, but he get sacked and he delivered that ball. When I'm talking about perfect ball placement on that dig route to Drake London in the middle of the field, good God Almighty. Like he put that mug right on the receiver where he can not only make an easy catch, but he can run after the catch on top of it. So it was just an amazing, I saw some amazing adjustments to his footwork. That's what I like so much so far with Michael Penix, is that his footwork for me has definitely improved. I've seen that. And that goes back to the pressure in the pocket. I think that was one of the things, you go back and look at that Michigan game. One of the things that I saw too is just, when he's pressured, his footwork tends to leave him. And I thought he did a great job with his footwork and being able to stand in the pocket, deliver, throw a absolute dime and rock it. Okay, the way that guy's out there throwing that thing, bro, like that's not easy. Those guys dropped a lot of passes because they got it on him fast. It's a completely different. It's completely different with the timing when it comes down to Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix. It's nowhere near the same. Okay, it's nowhere near the same. Those guys throw at a different velocity. They throw at a different velocity. Okay, it is not easy to get that ball. It's not easy to catch the ball from a guy that gets it on you like that, and that dude get it on you. Like I said, that's what I'm seeing from Michael Penix, is that different that velocity. That's what I saw. And that's why you saw, I think it was, these guys were dropping easy passes. These guys were wide open. Okay? These guys were wide open. Drake, Mooney, Kyle Pitts, like the ball just come out at a different, it just comes out with a different velocity than Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins doesn't have the speed, and then you add the spin to it, it's a completely different spin. So it takes time. And he's going to get better. Like I said, they're going to get better, and you're going to see a lot more drops. That's why they had Chris Blair in them, because Chris Blair is the one that's been practicing with Michael Penix. So it's not one of them situations where it's like, all right, the Falcons don't believe in this receiver or that receiver. Guys like Hodge, Cordero Hodge, he was out with I believe it was a hamstring or something, but he was out with an injury. And then, you got other wide receivers. Casey Washington, he was out. A lot of those guys are going to start getting more playing time because they're familiar with the spin and they have a connection with him. So when you look at it, it's going to take Mooney, Drake, and Pitts, Ray McLeod a little bit of time to kind of get, and like I said, they're going to get there, but man, this guy, like I said, the spin on the ball for him is completely different. I love how the offense, how he commanded the offense. That's another thing. His presence in the pocket. I didn't see him reading his play chart like Lamar Jackson does. And yes, this is a shot. I see Lamar Jackson go to that play chart it seems like every other play, he's reading that play chart on his wrist. The fact that you got a young rookie who's not doing that tells me that this dude is absolutely he's confident. He's picked up the offense a lot faster than what I expected, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be. I knew he processed information quickly, but the way that he picked up this offense, and like I said, I didn't see a lot of times where he was looking at his wristband. Notice it was there, that he had a certain amount of plays, but this kid really, like I said, he really put it out there, and he put it on him. This is something else too that I thought when I look at Penix. This dude is a lot more mobile than a lot of people give him credit for. He's a lot more willing to run than a lot of people give him credit to. For me, I like the design plays for him. It opens up the offense. No longer, I saw a couple of times with the linebackers, they could no longer sit in the middle of the field and just stand there. That right there, I don't know if you guys understand how big that is, but in time, it's going to open up so much more for guys like Ray McLeod, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. These guys are going to be wide open. Those spaces, it's all about space when you talk about being able to deliver the ball and attack the middle of the field. The spacing, because Michael Penix has the ability to run. And like I said, I thought a couple times in the game when you look at Penix, I thought he was a little bit hesitant because of the processing speed is not as fast as a guy like Kirk Cousins, and it's going to get there, and he's going to know based on the coverages that he sees at that particular moment that he needs to run and run now. For instance, like if you go back to the Mike Vick days when Dan Reeves used to tell Mike. Anybody know what Dan Reeves used to tell Mike Vick? I'm just see how many of you guys really are Mike Vick fans. Because he used to say one thing to Mike Vick. All right. He would say one thing to Mike Vick when he sees a certain coverage. What did he tell Mike Vick? I'm gonna see how many real Mike Vick fans in there. Cause like y'all say y'all Mike Vick fans, but this is what Dan Reeves used to tell him all the time. If he see one thing. Nope. See, right here. I got one real dirty fan. If it's man, nobody covers, you run. Yep, that's it right there. King Kill. If you see man coverage, run. Yep. So we got some real Mike Vick fans in here. If you see man coverage, run. Run like hell. This is what happens when you see that. And this is what Michael Penix is going to, he's going to get there. But the processing, it's going to take time. So I'm already seeing the ability for him to run and this offense to have an extra added dimension to it that we haven't had all season in quite some time since Mariota, to be honest. We haven't had that since Mariota. For whatever reason, Arthur Smith did not want to use Desmond Ritter's legs, and I thought that was a huge detriment to him. But this is another added dimension with a quarterback who not only can deliver the pass and pretty much destroy any defense with his ability, his ability to process information, and his athleticism. So when you have all those things in one, that's a dangerous combination. That's why I say if you look at Michael Penix, man, he plays an awful like Tua Tagovailoa, and I think that those guys, they're gonna be some, they're gonna be a problem. We already know Tua is a problem in its own, but this Atlanta Falcons offense is going to be so dangerous, and like I said, he's a lot more mobile than a lot of people giving him credit for. But like I said, the process for Michael Penix is still a work in progress. Another thing too that I saw, two more things that I saw from him in this game from Michael Penix is that the Falcons still don't know what to call for this guy. They have no idea what to call from him right now. All of this is still experiment. They're still experiment. That's the crazy part. He put up solid numbers, and they still experimenting on what the plays that he liked. It's plays that he liked in practice, but it's plays that actually work and he like in game. Falcons are still trying to figure that out. That's the scary part, y'all. They have no idea what he likes to do and what he likes from certain wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, all these types of things. We still haven't figured that out yet. This is how scary this is. Falcons put up some big time numbers. Now, I know people probably say to themselves, well, it's the Giants. Well, look, the Giants offense is garbage, but that defense is still pretty decent. Not gonna say it's great, but they still pretty decent. Not a lot of people don't sit up here and say, yeah, it's a loss. Look, had we lost to that team, y'all wouldn't be saying it's a tanking team. So y'all can say that nasty bullshit for somebody who give a fuck, because I don't. You got to beat whatever's in front of you, whether it's nobody said that we barely lost to the Chiefs or the Chiefs barely beat the Atlanta Falcons. No, they ain't say that. Chiefs got that damn job done. So when I talk about, this team, like I said, it's still a work in progress as far as the passing game is concerned. But the thing that I like most is that the Falcons, they got the chance to do this now. So in the offseason, they can work on not only bringing the players in, but you can start working on a different style of playbook with Michael Penix, a different style of passing game with Michael Penix. You start that now. And this is why I said earlier, a couple last week, I said these games really ain't about just winning. This is mostly about Penix and how we're going to continue to build this team around him. It's not a popular take, but this is so much more deeper than just getting to the playoffs. Now, we just so happen to get hot, and Michael Penix ended up, taking us to the promised land. Do you think I'm going to be motherfucking crying? Absolutely not. I'm going to be right there cheering. But this is so much more deeper than just Michael Penix. You don't go away from Kirk Cousins if this is just solely about winning. This is not solely about winning. So, like I said, we can sit up here and say all this nonsense about, whether this team is a bad team. Like I said, that don't matter. You gotta beat what's in front of you. You gotta win games because, like I said, that same Raiders team damn near beat the damn Chiefs. All right. The same Giant team, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mucho, they did beat the Seahawks. So, and the Seahawks, you saw what they did to us. See what I'm saying? So, I'm not concerned about, I'm not concerned about the quality to win. At the end of the day, you gotta beat majority of your competition in order to get to the playoffs. So right now, the Falcons and Raheem, he's already surpassed the last 3 years of expectations with this 8th win. Does he still have a way to go as a head coach? Absolutely. Does it mean that I've given up on him? Absolutely not. His team is still young. His coaching staff is still young. They're going to continue to bring in more coaches. They're going to bring in more players. It's going to, play more. And I know this is about Michael Penix, but I gotta send a shout out, man. I just love the way this defense is looking right now. And like I said, from what I understand, Jerry Gray is still very much a part of this. And the more that I look at it, how they're playing right now, I think this is a three-headed monster as far as his defense is concerned. The more that I look at it, I see a lot of Jerry Gray in this defense, and I see, instances primarily in the beginning of the games of Raheem, because they play a lot of off coverage in the beginning of the game, the start of the game, that I don't necessarily like. I see moments where I see Jimmy Gray. So I see a lot of all three of those guys in his team, and it really isn't something to be to worry about. I think it's actually good that Raheem is allowing his assistants to have a voice, and that right there shows growth as a head coach. I do love what I see from that. We've stated for quite some time, okay? We've stated for quite some time that Kaden Ellis is not a middle linebacker. Keep that man out of coverage as much as you can and play him near the line of scrimmage and let him do his thug thizzle. And that motherfucker been thugging, all right? That motherfucker been thugging. You can't tell me that motherfucker Kaden ain't been balling. He been balling his ass off. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he look. I don't know what's going on here with Ebby Kitty, but them motherfuckers have been a massive. They have been a terror together. You put them guys up front together. Them guys have been balling. Maybe that's the duo that we need. Ebby Kitty and Kaden Ellis. The last few 3-4 weeks passes by, Kaden Ellis, when he's up to the line of scrimmage, he's been getting after the quarterback. Ebby Kitty has been getting after the quarterback. And what I'm seeing in Ebby Kitty, I'm not seeing all this nonsense, all these stupid, pass rushing moves, trying to like spin at the wrong time. There's no wasted movement for Ebby Kitty. I think that's the adjustment that I'm seeing from him. He's dipping, he getting around that corner and getting after the quarterback. He's really perfecting that rip move that I like from him. He's not doing too much. He's bending that corner, ripping, getting past the tackle, and letting it. No wasted movement. And that's the improvement that I'm seeing from Ebby Kitty. There's no indecisiveness. And like I said, maybe that has to do with a lot of just giving them time or reps. But I love what I'm seeing from Kaden Ellis and AK. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely been on his ass, and maybe I need to continue to do that, because ever since I've been on his ass like that, going hard, calling him trash, a bum, all that, he's been balling. So maybe I need to keep doing that. Rook, oh my God, man. Rook has just been absolutely amazing. I think that dude definitely has he has potential. I love what I'm seeing from Rook. I love what I'm seeing from Zach Harrison. He's really showing that he can play inside, outside. You can do some things with him. I love what I'm seeing from Zach Harrison. Zach Harrison's been a damn problem. They've been able to give Grady some rest. That is right there. That right there is shocking. I've seen a couple of times where Grady Jett was on the sideline, you know what I'm saying, getting some rest. When they double, triple team him and whatnot. But when he's on the sideline, that's when the Falcons, a lot of Falcons players, they do a lot of their work because teams don't know what to expect. So the Falcons are really doing some good things as far as taking Grady out and being a little bit more efficient with their substitutions. That's another thing that I've seen. Yeah, I think they found something, Code D. Coleman. That's what I'm saying. For whatever reason, that AK and Caden Ellis on the same side is really causing problems. And they're not just um they're not just putting them on opposite side. They're not just putting them on the same side. Caden Ellis will start in the middle at the linebacker position in certain situation, and based on what they call the protection, Caden Ellis will either loop in or he'll loop out. And it's been causing a lot of problems with the tackle and the tight end and even the running back. They don't know where to pick up those blitzes and those pressures. And Caden Ellis and Ebiketie is taking complete and full advantage of it. So I think they've really found, and all this just comes in film work and watching. And I think they really found something in there with those two guys. So I love what I'm seeing from that. But I think that right there is what I'm seeing. Do we honestly need to draft an edge? Depends on where. It depends on how the draft and how free agency go. I do like what I'm seeing from Matthew Judon. I think he's kind of. I like what I'm seeing from Judon from this aspect. He's kind of settled in the role his role with this particular team. I think they're using Matthew Judon as more of like a kind of like the Lorenzo Carter, but a bit, obviously he's a lot better than Lorenzo Carter. But I think he's used him in that Lorenzo Carter, Calais Campbell role, where they just asking him to do the small things, the fundamentals, setting the edge on their side, stunt off of certain things and set up stunts. I've seen that they're using Judon to really set up a lot of those stunts too with Ebiketie and Caden Ellis. And I like the fact that he's embracing that role as a veteran, and he's not so much worried about sacks and whatnot. Now he's getting there. He's definitely getting there, but I think he's finding a role. And I think the Atlanta Falcons are finding a role with Matthew Judon. Like a lot of times what we see, and guys aren't getting sacks, but I think what the Atlanta Falcons now with Ebiketie, Caden Ellis, Judon, and you got Rook, Harrison, they're finding what these guys are good at, and they're asking certain guys to be that. They're asking Carter and Judon to kind of set the edge or set the play up for Caden Ellis and Ebiketie to get those sacks. And then, obviously if they get the pressure on one side, guess what's going to happen? The quarterback they're going to try to escape. Judon, Grady Jarrett, those guys are going to get the sack. And I think that's what I'm seeing from the Atlanta Falcons. They're using Ebiketie and Caden Ellis to kind of push the quarterback up and out toward their sides, and they end up getting sacks. And I've seen a lot of times. I've seen quite a few times in the last few weeks where Ebiketie and Caden Ellis kind of, they ran in the spot, raised a little hill, forced the quarterback to come out, and then guys have gotten sacks based on that. So I've seen definitely, but I don't know if the Atlanta Falcons should go first round. I gotta see how everything plays out, because we got two things right now in the NFL right now that people are talking about. One, that guy in Cleveland. Well, Cleveland let it be known that they're going to have him on the trading block. Anybody know who I'm talking about? Yeah, that guy in Cleveland is going to be on the trading block. So I don't know if I want to draft a edge guy. What's the guy in Tennessee name? I forget the guy in Tennessee name. Good God Almighty. But the guy in Tennessee, we got a couple of guys that are coming out of college right now. But Myles Garrett, Myles Garrett, he's one of those guys that's going to be on. It's potentially that Micah Parsons, he's going to be available and not free agency, but as trade. So maybe the Atlanta Falcons could offer up a couple picks for one of those guys to get, a sure edge. Me particularly, I don't know if I would want to get Parsons because I know he gonna get some big time bread. I would rather get a guy who's already been paid, and I know what his numbers is because I know Myles Garrett's gonna want that he gonna want the bag. So I would more than likely I would more than likely go for Garrett if he's available. Because I don't want to pay that big time money that Parsons is gonna command. He's gonna So I would trade for Myles Garrett, man. And we got, like I said, we got young guys. That's why I say I'm not sure if I'm ready to, draft the edge right now because I mean, let's just say if Ebiketie is our guy. Let's just say that Ebiketie is our guy. He's the edge that we've been looking for. And I think he's coming into his own. I really do. From what I've seen, he's been consistent. He's getting better. I'm seeing the improvement, and he's consistently beating his guys now. Okay, he's consistently beating this guy. So I like what I'm seeing from this guy. What the hell is that dude's name from? Hold on, let me see. I don't know what the Tennessee. Hold on, let me see the Tennessee Volunteers. But I like what I'm seeing from the Atlanta Falcons is. Like I said, for me, what I would do personally right now, as far as the Falcons are concerned, as far as the edge guys, I would focus on Ebiketie. I will focus on extending Caden Ellis. I like him as an edge guy. Play him a little bit more in blitz packages off the edge, use him off the edge, keep him out of the middle of the field covering, and use him up front. But he needs to be a secondary guy. He does not need to be a middle linebacker. Bro, I don't know why. No, it's not. Is it? No, it's not him. Nah, I'll get his name. I'll get his name shortly. But I will focus on that. That's what I was focused on if I was the that's what I would focus on if I was the Atlanta Falcons. I wouldn't go out of my way and draft a young edge guys because obviously you got edge guys and you don't want. If anything, I would go after a defensive tackle before I would go after an edge guy. Just me, because I think the Falcons have. Yeah, I think the Falcons have a few guys. No, I'm not talking about college. I don't know why I can't get out. Yeah, I don't know why I can't get this guy's name, but yeah, like I said, I'll get it. But yeah, I would more so focus on the middle linebacker, to be honest, Mucho. That's what I was. I think we good at edge. It's, like I said, it's not like every kitty is not talented, because he is. The dude is hella talented. He got all the tools to be a great edge pass rusher. He got all the tools. But I would focus on the middle linebacker, and like I said, add another defensive tackle to go in there. And like I said, I'm satisfied with Trice, Caden Ellis, and Ebby Kitty right there. Because what I could do, with Trice, second, third round, get another edge guy to go along with that, because I think, Zach Harrison, take on Graham, I think he's going to walk. This is my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised that he'd be back, but I think he's going to walk. Nate Lamont is another guy that could quite possibly walk. I just don't think he fits what the Atlanta Falcons are trying to do or going to do. I think they like, and I do like what I've seen from Bertrand. Yeah, I like what I've seen from Bertrand. So when you look at him, man, like I said, my thing is, I don't want to get too. I don't want to get too. Yeah, I think that's who it is. I don't know why. It's another name. It's probably not Tennessee, but I think it is Pierce that I'm thinking about. But I like what I'm seeing about Bertrand. Like I said, he just got to get caught up to the NFL speed. He's been out with concussions and all that type of stuff. But I like his speed. He definitely is very physical, aggressive. He's only going to get better. I think next year you're going to really see Bertrand and what he can really do for this team. Yeah, he got that damn. He actually got that witch card thing on, that Guardian. I think it's smart. He's one of the linebackers that actually smart. More football players need to wear that Guardian helmet. I don't know why everybody be so focused on trying to be cool, but I think. No, I'm not talking about college. I'm talking about the college team, not Tennessee. Jeffrey Simmons too much of a psycho. No, hell no. I do not want Jeffrey Simmons nowhere near this team. That dude is a fucking nutcase. Good talent, but he's a damn nutcase. Absolutely not. Like, even I say, like Malone, he's one of those guys you can bring back. I like what I've seen. Him, he's been pretty good. It's another guy, it's a rotational piece. Brandon Dorless is another one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? You can put him on the edge and inside, play him at a 3-tech. I like like I said, I like the pieces that the Falcons have so far. I really do. Just got to keep building on it. Hillams is another one of those guys that we haven't seen much of. We don't know if we're going to put him where we're going to put him, to be honest. Obviously, I think for the most part, you look at him, Richie Grant is definitely going to be out of here. I think they just pretty much let it be known that he's just not going to be a part of the team, and rightfully so. But like I said, I like what I've seen from the Falcons. Like I said, I really do. I really think that just come down to the guys getting comfortable in their scheme and in their system, and it's going to take more than a year. All right, these guys are not. Like I said, they haven't been in this scheme, and like I said, Judon is only going to get more comfortable, and I don't think he's going to cost as much money as people think. Now, there are going to be teams that are going to think that they can, that's probably going to offer him a lot of money, but it just depends on what Judon If he wants to be here, he's gonna be here. But I don't think he's gonna get a lot of money. No, Judon has actually been playing well. People just get so infatuated with a lot of sack numbers. If you're not getting sack numbers, everybody say you're a bum. I've actually loved what I've seen from Judon. You don't get pick sixes and all these types of things. It's much more the reason why the Atlanta Falcons edge guys are getting sacks, and we're getting sacks right now because guys like Judon are doing the small things, to setting the edge, being in the right spot. Playing gap, excellent gap discipline. Like, these are the small things that Judon is doing that y'all don't see and you don't pay no attention to because you so focused on getting sacked. Dude just got a pick six, right? He just got a pick. Fumble. He got a sack. So he's doing it. Like I said, he good doing his thing. Y'all absolutely wrong about Judon. If you're not getting sacks and you're not getting no big time numbers, like, you trash, and that's not true. The Falcons defense is getting numbers because everybody's doing their damn job, everybody know their fucking role. That old chicken hall. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody got to do this. Somebody got to be the dirty. Somebody got to do the dirty work. Somebody got to go in there and set the look. Somebody got to go in there and set the ground. Set the groundwork, and that's what we're doing. Somebody got to be somebody got to be the defensive tackle to stop the run. Somebody got to set the edge. Somebody got to be there when guys like Caden Ellis, when they send those blitzes, you can count on Judon to be in his spot in order to stop, to keep those guys from, the quarterbacks from scrambling and whatnot. We're seeing that. These are the small things that we always talk about doing your job. Everybody has a responsibility on the defensive line. And getting after the quarterback isn't always that. It's about playing your gap and being in your position, focus on your assignment. When you start doing too damn much, everybody try to get after the quarterback, you got to rush as a team. And this is what the Falcons have been doing the last few weeks. So they've been rushing as a team. Everybody has been in that spot. That's why you start to see all these guys getting these damn. That's why Falcons have got, 13, 14 sacks in the last 3-4 games or so, something like that. Because everybody doing their job. See, about whatever. See, this is why you get cussed the fuck out. Because you're acting like a little bitch right now. Like, everybody acting like a little bitch. When we beat sorry teams, it's not that big of a deal. But when we lose, y'all want to point the finger and say, you know what? This franchise sad. You beat whoever the fuck is in front of you. Wins or losses. Period, point blank. Then I just tell y'all, like, we literally just barely beat the fucking Raiders. And y'all bitch and complain about that. Now we blow the fuck out of the Giants, and now you motherfuckers want to sit up and say it's sad. It's the Giants. Like, man, get the fuck out of here with that weak ass shit. Y'all motherfuckers ain't never happy about shit, bro. We beat the fuck out of bad teams. It's sad. We barely beat bad teams, and it's fucking sad. Make your fucking mind up. Hey, what the fuck we talking about? What the hell are we talking about? You barely beat a bad team, it's sad. You beat the shit out of a bad team, it's sad. Come on, man. That shit is crazy, bro. The fuck y'all be talking about? Y'all motherfuckers ain't never happy about shit. We take the Chiefs down to the wire, and man, I think we're gonna be good, man. We're gonna be good. Yeah, we lost. Y'all happy about the almost loss? The loss that y'all was happy about the almost win against the Chiefs, and then we blow the fuck out of a bad team. It's a fucking problem. Get the fuck out of here. There ain't no high school. Get the fuck out of here. They'll put your little ass in the goddamn hospital. Get the fuck out of here. You want to last 2 motherfucking minutes on that football. Y'all be talking all this shit sitting on the fucking couch. No grown ass men to knock your ass into next goddamn into fucking the next motherfucking century. The fuck out of here. Y'all be talking all this shit sitting on the fucking couch. Talking all this shit sitting on the couch. I bet you couldn't do. I bet you wouldn't last 5 fucking series in football talking all this shit about teams. That team get paid. Unfortunately, guess what? Injuries happen. Things happen. They lost their quarterback. They lost a lot of shit. They got bad coaching. All this shit goes to effect. But to sit up here and say that these guys aren't professionals. Come on, bro. That's weak. That shit weak, man. That shit weak. They're just not as good as every other team, and that's like I said. Everybody go through that period. Every team go through a period where they ain't shit. We got the Patriots look like absolute shit. Hey, look, what's going on, boy? What's going on? Like, bro, we can't never look. Can we just? I know that we want to win a fucking championship, but I don't give a fuck if we lose a championship. If we win a championship by blowing people out, or winning by 2 points, or winning by 1 point, it's a win. The thing is, what I look for and what we should be paying attention to is that we're overcoming and we're doing what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to, as a coaching staff, not make the same mistakes over and over and over again. That's growth. You're supposed to beat the teams that you should beat. You're supposed to, when your teams are fairly equal, you're supposed to, as far as like when you playing a team, let's say when you're in the NFC South, for example. When you're in the NFC South, for the most part, it don't matter if you're the worst or you're the best team. In the NFC South, we know it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight. Period, point blank. We know it's going to be a dogfight. So when we talk about that, we don't get mad because we barely beat the Panthers by 3. Look, it's the NFC South. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath. Like I said, motherfucker, look, at the end of the day, man, if we would have lost that thing, y'all be up here had Raheem Morris head on the goddamn platter, and y'all know it. Come on, bro. Like, come on, stop. We did it against real talent. This defense showed up against real talent, and our quarterback, who's supposed to be he's throwing 3-4 interceptions and threw us out of games. So don't give me this bullshit about we need to do it against real talent. We did it, and our quarterback threw us out of games. Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like y'all get nitpicky. At the end of the day, these teams get paid and these players get paid to do a damn job. We literally just saw last night that the fucking Cowboys, and thank you, Cowboys, all right? I had my Cowboy skirt on. I had my Cowboys pom-poms, and I was out there cheering like goddamn, like motherfucker from the, what that goddamn movie? I was out there cheering. I was out there cheering in my living room. Look, I had all my goddamn cowgirl shit on. Fuck that shit. The Cowboys, they ain't got shit to play for. They out of the playoffs. And guess what they did? They played their motherfucking heart out last night. So don't give me this bullshit about, oh, it's not, these guys ain't. As long as you're, that's what they is. God damn it. They played their heart out. And you saw it. They didn't give up. So Mike McCarthy he's doing a good job, even when they don't have the necessarily attack. Shit, I was a Cowgirl fan that night. Shit, you goddamn right. I love seeing the Bucs lose. Shit, we need to get in that playoff. We need to take care, and win these next two games, we in the playoffs. So, like I said, at the end of the day, man, like, look, do what you can do, improve, continuously improve. I was a Cowgirl cheerleader for a night. You damn right I was. Shit, I need my Falcons in the playoffs. I think we all need that. We get into the playoffs, we get hot at the right moment, anything can happen. Any team can go. We've seen that before. So I was a Cowgirl fan that like you down it. Look, it is what it is. We get in the playoffs, anything can happen. All you gotta do is just get there. That's it. Like we gotta stop trying to seek perfection. All these fans want perfection from these guys and not understand that there's other players and other teams that want to win also. You think they like losing? You think the Giants look like showing up every game knowing damn well they're going to lose? No, they don't. But they still got guys over there trying because they got other things at stake. Guess what they got at stake? Their manhood, their childhood, their next check. They got their next check to play for. Oh, the Panthers are definitely gonna be a tough. They playing some good. They running the ball well right now. They doing some. Look, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like everybody counted the Panthers out because they were playing so bad. But like the last few weeks, man, they've been running the ball well, playing solid defense. They've been playing well. Nobody would have thought that they would have won that game. Nobody would have thought they would have won that game, but they did. Guess. And Bryce Young has been playing some good ball. So, like I said, I don't look, bro. Stop all that. Stop all this, trying to seek perfection. It ain't gonna be perfect with this any team. And damn sure not the Falcons. If anything, I don't even know why y'all want perfection because ain't shit ever went right for this organization. What I've come to expect for the Atlanta Falcons is expect the unexpected. Don't take anything for granted because you can lose and you can win at any given moment. Like you're supposed to be when you have a bad team, you're supposed to be the bad team. When you lose to a bad team that you know you more talented, that's a problem. You should be complaining because you beat a bad team. Now, if it was on the other hand, it's like you're beating all the bad teams, but you can't beat any good teams, then we got a problem. But we're beating good teams. And we're beating bad teams. So the fact of the matter is we just got to get consistent. We just got to get consistent because we beat good teams. We literally swept the Bucs this year. That's a good team. And we lost the team we shouldn't be losing to. To be honest, I thought we should have beat the Steelers. And the Steelers have one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best defense in the league. I mean, we beat the Eagles. Like, bro, like I said, this is a very good team. The thing is about consistency. So we gotta stop. We gotta stop all this, or the Giants barely, the Giants are a bad team. So what? This right here, we can beat anybody. Like I said, all we got to do is get in the playoffs. We have the ability to beat anybody. That man Jesse Bates has shown that he's a freaking problem. We should have beat that right here, man. Like, this it, bro. We should have beat the Chargers. Bro, like, we gotta win games. It don't matter. All this, we beat bad teams. Like, do you think the Chiefs care? NFL lining their pockets with all these damn big time moments, big time games, because they know that the Chiefs, they gonna put on the fucking show. They gonna do what they do. So many fans can't stand them, but guess what happens? They go out and keep on winning. Andy Reid keep going out winning. You think they care? You think Chiefs fans care about them barely winning? No, they don't care. They don't care nothing about that. They trying to put another ring on their finger. Yeah, that was, boy, Baker Mayfield and that team. Yeah, that was a mess last night. Like, we should have beat the Saints. Like, bro, like, there's no excuse. A lot of stuff, like I say, ain't no excuse. So, like, at the end of the day, man, it's like, I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about them barely beating teams. It's how you continuously improve as a coach. I look at how you improve as a coach. As a coach, that I focus on. A win is a win for me. Ain't no guaranteed wins in the NFL, bro. Do you think we will beat the Commanders? I mean, if he come out playing that weekend cover 3, the Falcons gonna destroy that shit. They better be able to stop the run, because it's gonna be a long day for the Washington if they can't stop the run and he come out and play that week. If he comes out and play that week cover 3 and they can't stop the run, it's gonna be a long day for Dan Quinn. Because you gotta understand, he knows the Atlanta Falcons, and he know Raheem, but this is different personnel. You know what, girl? We ain't doing this. All right, we not doing this. You're not president of the penis hive. Okay, nope, we not doing this. All right, get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here with that. So, like I said, man, I like what I saw from Michael Penix, and we're gonna have another conversation about this 6 p.m. So y'all make sure y'all set y'all alarms for that. Cause we got a lot to say about that. If you have not seen OG Sam's live on that, he's on his quest to 200. He's at 192 subs, man. So we truly appreciate y'all for continuously supporting what the Unholy Alliance and the Atlanta Falcons Nation that we do, man. For the bottom of my heart, like I said, I love where this Atlanta Falcon team. We got a lot of positives. It's a lot of positives. And there's a lot of growth with this coaching staff that needs to continuously happen. And I have responded well. Like I said, they have done it. They've done exactly what they needed to as far as the coaching staff is concerned. Still got a lot to clean up. I still think that Zach Robinson, he needs to get a little bit more in tune with the flow of the game. I think for whatever reason, he gets too caught up in trying to spread the ball to everybody. And like I said about Kyle Pitts, I said this on Smitty's show last night. You can't tell me that they're not They're not doing this to Kyle Pitts on purpose. They're deliberately not getting him the ball. Because if they actually cared about him being the number 4 pick, obviously the Falcons don't care about him being the number 4 pick. They're deliberately not getting him the ball. You can't tell me that you can throw the ball to Charlie Warner 2 times, but you can't get Kyle Pitts the ball more than 2 times a game. They're not trying. And I think this is a deliberate way to pretty much get Kyle Pitts out of here. He may not fit with what they want in this offense. He may not fit with this team. We'll see. But there's no way you can tell me that you can get the ball to Ray McCloud and Kyle Pitts has the same amount of targets that fucking Charlie Warner is. Get the fuck out of here. All right, ain't no way you can tell me that. Ain't no way that the Falcons ain't deliberately, pretty much just getting Kyle Pitts out of. He look, a lot of times he ain't even a part of the offense. Let's keep that real. He's not even a part of the offense. That man ain't even a part of the offense. He getting targeted 2 times. Ain't happening. So, in my opinion, I think Pitts is already out of here. We'll see what happens, but if I know for sure 100%, if he doesn't get targeted in the next game more than 3 times, I know that this Falcons is doing this on purpose. And Kyle Pitts they already either got a trade partner or he's gonna become a trade partner. I will know that for sure. But ain't no way you gonna tell me that Kyle Pitts can't get targeted more than 2 times in the game, and you spent number 1. You spent a 4th overall pick. Ain't no way. That motherfucker's 6'6", okay? He's 6'6", 250, and you ain't even throwing his way. Nah, it sounds like a way that the Falcons are going out their way to. Somebody has to go. You can't get everybody the ball. So if next game Kyle Pitts still doesn't get target and you got another change at quarterback, this is something that they deliberately doing to Kyle Pitts. And Kyle Pitts, he handled it, the right way. But we'll go in depth with this at 6 o'clock. So with that being said, man, y'all continue to support your boy here at Man Mike Sports. Truly appreciate it. Like I said, everybody affiliated with the Atlanta Falcons, whether it's behind the scenes or in front of the camera, y'all know who y'all are. The Lady Birds of AFN, they gonna do their thing like they always do. Shout out to Christy, Auntie Pam, all y'all who yeah, I already go. If you go to Smitty channel, I talked about that. But like I said, I'll go in depth about Kyle Pitts and trade base and all that type of stuff. We're going there tonight. But like I said, man, I appreciate everybody for continued support. That's all I got to say about that. All right, the Atlanta Falcons are going to be good, and this motherfucker Michael Penix, okay, Michael Penix. Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do that no more. Michael Penix Jr. is that damn good, but he got to do it consistently. And that's the bottom line because, man, Mike said so.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.